I failed everything. I even failed home ec.
Yeah, you
I failed home ec, okay?
You tried to preheat a microwave. That's a true story.
I tried to preheat a microwave. My teacher's like, Jeremiah, what are you doing? Beep, 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 beep. And she turns it off. I was like, what, Mrs. Ford? And she's like, you need why don't you have anything in the microwave? I said, oh, I'm preheating it.
That's a true story. I wish that was made up.
Damn.
Get off my hand.
Tomatoes. Wolftick Nation, thank you guys for tuning in to once again another Wolftick Videos episode. We are both very excited that you guys are here.
Woo!
Woo! Because on today's episode, we are going to be bringing back some brakes that you guys have probably watched the real-time review and the initial impressions on the Sram DB8 4-piston, Sram's first
also
mineral
known
oil.
as
Sram. Sram's first mineral oil hydraulic brakes. Alright, these are the 4 pistons. We had them on Project Ron Burgundy, one of our Wolftick Edition bikes. And now, I think it's going to be very fitting. Wolftick Diva Edition bikes. Sorry. And now I think it's going to be very fitting that we throw them on the Dan Marino, the Cabala project, because that's a bike that we don't really like to put brand new stuff on a brand new build unless it's for Patreon. That way, we've already kind of reviewed everything, so we can then review the bike.
I prefer stuff to be individually reviewed on bikes that we've already been out and tested and done.
So that way we can review the bike as one for you guys, right? Because you guys get to watch the whole build. So if you guys missed any episodes on the Marino Cabala frame build, I remember we got that thing as a frame. We put the domain on the front. We got the nasty groups on there. Our most recent episode was the Cush Core episode. All right, so not only that, but also on today's episode, we're going to be bleeding the rear brake because this is going to be the bike that these brakes should be going on and staying
Just
on.
the rear brake, though.
Just the rear.
Yeah,
Thank
you know
goodness.
what? Yeah, that's fine with me. And people are going to give us garbage on that, I'm sure.
Yeah, they always do.
And that's fine.
I'm falling apart. I ain't never seen some like this. And one of the things I am worried about, alright, I'm going to be completely honest. You see this box back here? It's never a good thing when this box...
What? That box looks worse and worse every time I see it.
Dude,
where do you keep
everybody
that thing?
probably has one of these. Well, that's all oil all over that thing. That's my bleed kit. And if you see that bleed kit box coming out in this channel, it's never a good thing. Since this is going to be the bike that these brakes should be going on. And the good news, we're going to be doing a long-term review when we get to ride this bike, when we finally get it built up. So we'll be talking about the DB8s for sure on that episode.
Yeah, there was somebody, I forgot who it was, in the comments was asking about the DB8. So you're going to get your way. I give him a little... We'll get to it eventually with kind of like a wink thing.
Well, it's coming up, all right? It's a difficult job. But guys, without further ado, please hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Turn notifications on so you don't miss the Cabala in action when we get it done. It's getting pretty close to it, all right? Let's talk about... I don't even know where to start. All right, guys, here we go. We're going to be putting this bar on. This was just kind of a mock-up bar. And I'm so happy it was because our boy, one of our patrons, Wes Graves, hooked us up with an awesome purple bar. If you guys have not noticed, the color scheme on this bike is going to be purple, blue with a little touches of chrome. Check this out. This is a 720 bar right here.
Oh, and by the way, I've never had a problem with being standard corrected or anything in my life. You know, so we're going to have to do... I think what we need to do...
What does that mean?
We need to do a podcast. I'm getting to it. Oh. We need to do a podcast or something and dedicate it to the whole dropper controversy.
Oh,
because anybody that's been watching, they know that it's become a full-on blown. I really either one of two things. One, people don't watch the whole episode, or they watch the whole episode. They only hear what they want to hear with that truck conversation. But I want to save it because we're just going to probably do a bonus I don't know if it'd be for Patreon only or if it'd be for the channel. I don't know, but I'd like to do a podcast where we can just really hash it out. And really just bust it all down. And
speaking of dropper, this bike, guys, we got the Cush Core. We do have to get an offset chainring so we have better shifting because this is a 12 speed, right? Or is it 11?
I don't remember. It's 11 or 12.
I think it's 11 speed. This is 11 speed with the Sram GX group set on there. What I was getting at was I think all we need after we get the offset chainring with the race face 165 cranks is we have to get a dropper, and I believe we're golden.
I thought we had a dropper for this.
No, we have a 27.2 internal. Alright guys, so if you noticed, I just got done putting on the adapter for the rear section.
So weird. You notice.
If you notice, I put the rear on the right on the handlebar because we're in America. Alright, number one. Number two is I had to put the adapter on there, and something always gets me confused with adapters is if it's for a 180 rear or a 160. Okay? I got that one on there. I believe the domain will only take a 180 or fatter, right? Like a 203 or like a 220. So I think we're okay as far as adapters go on the RockShox domain that we got front. But on the rear, I had to find an adapter. We've got plenty of adapters, so I had to put a rear adapter on there. What I don't know if it's for a 160 or a 180. Preferably, this is a downhill bike. I know this is a big subject with a lot of you guys. We've got brand new 180 Tektros. Okay. We've got brand new, I'm a massive fan of Clark Rotors. These are 160s. I love Clark Rotors. And then we've got these Z-Race.
I believe it's Clark's, isn't it? With an S?
Oh yeah, Clark's. I call them Clark. And then we've got these Z-Race really nice rotors as well. I am a massive fan of the looks on these. You know, this is like aluminum on the inside, the floating rotors. And really, I think that does help out with the heat dissipation. But since this is a downhill bike, and don't worry, I'm going to...
every gimmick does what it's supposed to do.
Don't worry, I'm going to wash these, okay? If it works...
washed them?
I've done mocked up that brake on there, just to kind of put it on there. I'm going to mock this on there. Mock it up.
Hang on. What size is that?
Do you not listen to me when I talk?
Yeah, but what size is the one you put on? You went through like 5 of them right now.
That's a 180.
What are you going to put on the back?
That's the back tire. That's a 180.
Oh, that is the back tire.
Yeah.
I wasn't paying attention.
So I'm talking about... yeah. Welcome to the party.
Well, what are you going to put on the front is what I meant.
On the front, I'm going to I would like to have matching rotors. I'll probably put a Tektro up there. 180. Like I said, that domain, I don't think it takes less.
Is that Tektro?
This is Tektro. The domain, I believe that fork, like I said, does not take anything less than a 180.
I get what you're saying. You
because,
don't want to go 203s though, huh?
Well, we don't have any 203s.
Okay.
Yeah. I know everybody's going, what's that rotor? That's a 203, but that's off of the, that's a massive damn rotor. I mean, I think Big Sister...
That's a 203.
I think Big Sister Brandy runs a damn 220 on hers. She's rolling dubs.
Yeah, whatever.
That's huge. Anyway, that goes on the... that's massive. That goes on
That's what I should run.
That goes on the Axum. Okay.
Yeah. Is 180s going to be your long-term plan on there, though? And is that the right rotor for these brakes? Everyone freaks out about the brakes, the pads, and then the rotor materials and stuff.
No clue. No clue. We just kind of fly by the seat of our pants.
Welcome to Wolftick videos.
What I'm going to do now is I'm going to remove these pads out of here. And this DB8 kit did come with, if you guys watched the initial impressions episode, it did come with an entire setup for the bleed blocks and all that. So I'm going to be very careful in taking these out because I don't want to contaminate them. And we'll just give it a little pinch here. Don't want to contaminate them, but we're going to put a bleed block in there. We're going to get to doing some bleeding on this sucker.
Rear only?
Rear only, thank goodness. I do not want to do a bleed job. I can't stand bleed jobs, but alright guys, let's get into this. What we're going to do is we got the bleed block in the rear. Remember, these are...
Whoa.
What?
Why would you bleed it before you cut it?
Oh, damn, that's a good point. I just about did things bass-ackwards.
You just about cocked a comma.
I just about cocked the comma. That's for old homeboy. He mentioned that. He goes, man, you guys went through a whole episode without saying bass-ackwards. Well, there you go. Right. All right. Man, I feel like, look at this. I feel like Wolfman. I get to sit down. Damn. Oh, man, that feels good on the back.
You need to feel like Wolfman and use your brain a little bit.
All right, guys, here we go. We are fixing to do the cutting of the rear. We've got an interesting, really pretty little barb and olive there. That's new. All right, we have got our little hose cutting tool, and we have done this with pliers and a razor blade, and we've gotten the job done before. What we want to do here is we want to do a good, clean cut, all right? Kind of like circumcision.
Whoa, no, whoa.
No, you don't want to do a dirty cut on circumcision.
No, you don't want to bring that up. That's not a subject you want to talk about.
Oh, well, here we go here. We're going to give us a little bit of room. The idea, the plan is to cut it right here. Woof! All right. I was telling Wolfman, I haven't realized this, but until now, we've never cut a hose from the caliper side. We always cut it. At least on purpose. At least on purpose, yeah. I've got them ripped out in a crash before, but we have always gotten them. We've always cut them from the lever side. So maybe we're at the start of something new. Look at this. This olive is threaded on the outside, so it only fits like this. You see? Okay.
It's used to Shimano.
That's how the olive fits. So there's the barb in the olive. The barb threads through the inside of the olive. So do you guys see that? That's interesting. I've never seen that before. So we're going to insert that guy there, and then we're just going to use our little needle tool, and we're going to push it down. So that's different. That scared the crap out of me. So I just seen that there is a Torx bit on the end of the damn barb that goes inside the olive. But they give you a little tool to tighten that.
Oh, wow.
Ain't that some... It would really suck to do this job wrong and run out of barbs and olives that are designed like this. I'm sure you could come up with something to work. I was just about to grab another barb and olive because I was like, what are we doing here? But good thing we got the proper tools. This right here would have been difficult to not do with the right stuff. All right. So we've got that process done. We haven't even done the bleeding yet. Ugh. Okay. That's done. Now we're going to slide this back over. And good thing I didn't have a keeper or anything over it. Now we're going to insert it back into the caliper. Get that little beard hair out of there. See, stuff like that, just trying too hard.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Do you think they do all that to be different, or do you think that somehow that
I don't think there's a reason for that.
Well, see, you sound like your dad now.
The reason I'm saying that, guys, is because the hose, the barb and the olive that they installed on there from the factory is everybody designed that they understand. Regular barb sits inside of the hose and the olive meets up to it. It's not even designed like that on this. So, what's that tell you? All right, guys. Now we are ready for the bleed process. I'm going to take out the Sram bleed screw. Very tiny. It says mineral oil only. Now this is the fun part. We have to figure out what fits up here. Come on, that's crazy. The first one, I guess that fits perfect. Now it's plastic, but it fits perfect. We're going to bleed them from the back, and the plan is to let it drain into this little tube here. Or my little reservoir, my orifice? Would that be right? Orifice?
Whoa.
Is that an orifice?
Calm down.
Alright, guys, now it's going to be the syringe process. God, I hope this goes good.
I don't think we've ever... I mean, we've had some bleeds go smooth. I don't think we've ever come away from it going, oh, I can't wait to bleed a bike again, bleed a brakes again.
Yeah.
You're using mineral oil base, right? Just has the additives for stuff. You supposed to do additive ones in the DB8s?
It says mineral oil only.
Uh-huh.
So that's what I'm using. Alright, here we go. Alright. Look at that. See the air coming out from up there?
Yeah.
Good amount of air coming through there, huh?
That's a ton of air coming through here, but you just got them cutting it. I mean, looks like fish eggs. It's got a ton of air. And it's starting to turn green now, so it's starting to be the new stuff, huh?
Yeah.
Let's see. Hopefully the air, this is the air slowing down.
Okay, no air's in the line right now. I'm going to have to do this quick. And let's go.
Well, maybe not quick.
That was fast right there. Damn, pit crew speed. Pit crew speed. Make sure that no air gets introduced into there.
Don't introduce any air.
Let me add a few drops.
Alright.
Of fluid.
That's not a bad idea. Just make sure there's no air.
Yeah, just a few drops.
But don't push it down in there because don't put air in it.
I got you.
Let the drops.
Okay, so it's right at the top now.
Okay.
Boom. That's how you do it. That's how it's done. Let me clean this up. And then we're going to replace the pad in there, put the rear tire back on there, and see...
What pad are you replacing?
We'll put the pads back in there. And then see if this thing's got some stopping power. Wish me luck. Alright guys, look. We don't bull like a bunch of other channels do.
Oh, calm down.
Alright? We don't do stuff fix it, work on it all throughout the night, and then show you guys, oh look, it's perfect.
Make sure it's going to work and do all... No, that's why we look bad a lot of the times, because we show all that a lot of people don't show.
So, that being said, I just got done adjusting the rear brake on here, right? You guys got to see everything.
Did you clean the brake pad?
I did.
Okay.
I mean the rotor. Yeah, so check it out.
Good.
That's got to be the smoothest that a caliper has ever been put back on an adapter without very minimal adjustment. The part that I'm not going to bullshit you on is we're about to test this brake lever and see if there's any squish in it. I am nervous about that.
Okay.
Alright, here we go.
I think it's going to be good.
Oh, yeah.
Remember, these ones are a little different.
Dude!
Style too. Let's see. Is there... I forgot these brakes. These brakes have the progression kind of feel to them.
Oh yeah, the modulation. Like right there. I can barely squeeze it. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because SRAM's known for that, right? It's SRAM that's known for that.
That's known for the amazing modulation, and we'll get to that when we do the long-term review on these brakes. But what's good is, and I remember saying this, is like you're talking about, the amount of pressure that you start applying, you can feel the tightness throughout the lever. Like the lever feel is amazing. Like you can just feel it getting tighter and tighter, and then it hits a wall. So very happy that the brake bleed went perfect on this. So for all you guys out there, a lot of the times when we bleed brakes, this might be the new style. We always bleed from the tops, or if it's a Shimano, you know, we get the funnel up there.
We don't always. We've done all kinds of stuff. Oh, you must have a short-term memory issue, because we've done some craziness.
Yeah. Anyway, we've definitely done some craziness, but the bleed process worked. All right. Very excited about that. Now we've got the bar on there. I want to throw the grips on this thing. I want to show you guys the pedals, and we'll call it an episode. And I got to clean up all that damn mess back there. When it comes to bleeding brakes, it's never a clean job.
I suppose nothing's spilt yet. Or was it?
Yeah, well, it's never a clean job.
Hang on, was that some spillage over there?
Never a clean job, all right?
Jesus.
Alright guys, got the brakes all hooked up. What I love is the bleed process went great. Those pedals from Raxman got them and the butt just dropped. Thank you so much. Those things really set this ride off. And the purple bar from Wes Graves, another one of our patrons. And another one of our patrons, Armando Cardenas with the DD grips. He says, hey, I know you're a thin grip man, but you've got to try these grips. Armando, you might be onto something. Okay, I ain't gonna, start patting you on the back just yet until I ride this thing.
The only person patting on the back is yourself.
Yeah, it's my back I'm patting, okay, Armando? You might be onto something with those grips because they feel beautiful in the hands. Guys, I'm gonna move out of your way so you can check out this ride. Remember, we don't have a dropper, but this is the seat from, is this from Matt Ward?
I think he cleaned...
Oh, that's from the Husks.
The Husks.
Yeah, the seat is from the Husks, so we don't have the dropper on there yet, but this is the seat we're going to be going with.
Why
Check
would
out
you
this.
care?
Check out the Marino.
Damn.
What do you guys think about that? We've got the E13 tires with the Cush core and the awesome blue wheel set. Purple grips, purple bars, purple and blue stem mixed with the purple pedals. The purple valve stems. That thing is a sweet looking ride. I mean, guys, is that not bad or what? The Sram DB8 brakes that were sent to us by Big Brother Kevin H. Remember, we're going to be doing a long-term review on those. I'm so happy the bleed process went good on that, man. Such a beautiful, beautiful bike. And I mean that frame, the Marino Cabala. Dan, that is just gorgeous. But, make sure you guys stay tuned. Again, turn those notifications on. Please show your boys some love. Hit that like button. This ride right here is super slacked. I think somebody a while back was saying it's not very slacked. They're smoking something. All right. This is ridiculous, man.
Maybe it doesn't come across that way on camera. I don't know.
I don't know. Those grips are beautiful. They feel so good in the hand. I can't wait to ride this thing. I mean, wow. Once we get the dropper on this, guys, we will be doing a weight test for you. Because remember, this is a steel frame, you know.
Yeah, but it's not heavy.
It's not heavy. Yeah, it really isn't. But I'm curious.
This bike's probably going to be kind of heavy, but it's a downhill bike. It doesn't need to be light.
Oh, yeah. This bike's going to be heavy. Yeah, that bike is probably going to be
You're going to put a dropper. It's going to add some weight.
Yeah, I'm going to put a dropper on this thing. But this bike, realistically, I'm guessing is going to be about 30... Maybe 38. I was thinking maybe more 34.
Yeah, downhill bikes don't need to be super light.
Yeah, it just needs to have a super tough frame and a big old beefy fork. That's what this thing's got. Alright, guys, we will see you on the next episode. We appreciate you guys watching and sticking around.
Yeah.